cows and horses are marching on.
Well, thank you very much, Mahmoud. I'd like to introduce you to Mahmoud Khan. He's a Pakistani Australian musician who migrated to Australia in 2009, and thanks to his incredible musical talents, scored an ARIA Pop Charts #1 for his song Like a River. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, we just met earlier today and we were talking about your musical talents, and I'm filming this on the Huawei P30 Pro smartphone, and we thought, hey, you've got a bit of a background, not just incredible background in music, but a bit of a background in tech too, so we thought we'd have a chat. So I thought, please start off by telling us a bit about your musical history and talents and how you've been able to blend technology into all of that.
Well, technology, everybody gets excited about that all the time. And when you showed me this phone today and all the features and the new things that are coming out, I got really excited about it. And I gotta have me one of those.
Well, I mean, the night mode is incredible. The zoom is incredible.
The night mode blew me away. The way the RGB is gonna be changed into
to RYYB with the yellow.
That's incredible. I think that's new. I want to be a part of this.
Now, tell us a bit about yourself. I mean, you came to Australia, you were doing a filmography degree from memory, and then you got into music. What's the story behind all of that?
Well, years ago when YouTube was coming in.
When it was new.
Yeah. I was in Pakistan and there was this Afghan war had just started, and I was holed up in a small little shack there, during all this craziness. And
doing musical creativity whilst the bombs were falling.
Right, exactly. And what I would do, I found out that there's no way to copyright your songs in Pakistan.
Right.
And sending CDs out was not allowed because of the war. They had put a ban on sending any kind of media out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do it. So I used to use YouTube to put a date stamp on my songs to do the copyright numbers for later. So that was my whole reason for using YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, when it evolved, I saw the video is connecting with the music. I wanted to start doing music videos. So I found out that to go and get help to get them done takes a long time, and all these video directors, they had a big head and divas in their own right. So I got no play into that. So I decided to learn it, to do it myself, and then I started doing it. But I thought, I'm not musically educated, so let me just give myself a chance, take a break from touring, and go study films. So I wrote to many film schools out in the world, there's London, there's New York, there's all sorts of stuff. And I received responses from all these people, but there was one response that I got from Sydney Film School, from this guy called John Buckmaster, who later became my counselor. And the response was incredible. I mean, he had researched me, he went in there, he looked at my life, he looked at what I was doing, then he advised me. So I said, okay, Australia is, if there are people like these in Australia, and I've lived all over the world. I've lived in the States, I've lived in Middle East and Europe and everything. But that response getting from him, I was sold. I was, okay, I'm going to Australia to study films and to learn how to do music videos and learn to do lenses and DOPing and cameras and everything. Like I do music because I'm a sound engineer by trade. So I'm into techie, I'm into this. We used to record on Apple computers in 85, I think. 86
well,
or something.
that was at the very beginning. I mean, the first Macs were 84.
Right, something like that. So technology, and then over the years, when technology shifted from analog gear in the studio to digital gear, we were already doing digital gear when everybody hated digital. But we loved the fact that it was so easy, and it took so many things out of the equation for somebody like me to be able to record at home. Because just so you know, in the recording industry, there is a millionaire sound. So millionaire sound is the sound or the music of the people who became rich and now have studios at home. So they can sit there and work on mix their song for 50 days. But for somebody who doesn't own a studio, I have to hire a studio. At that rate, I can only get it for maybe 2 days, and I gotta fit it in and I gotta make it sound a certain way. It's exciting too, doing that way. But having your own pad and to mix it till exponentially greater value was the Millionaire Sound. So the dream was to be able to record at home, and the digital revolution was indicating that, hey guys, you know, you could be at home recording stuff all day long and not having to pay those prices. So that's why technology was so important to me.
Now, before we had the Psy and Gangnam Style with the 1 billion views, you were famous for having 50 million views, which was a big thing at the time. And you were even invited onto the Kerry Ann Morning Show to play. But so tell us about that story and tell us about your number one hit, the Like a River.
Well, a very interesting thing and very crazy for the time. And now that I look back. But
So what
you
year
know,
was it? 2009?
This was 2009.
Yeah, so 10 years ago.
10 years
Incredible
ago.
how much change we've had in that time.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you know, my apartment was across the Harbour Bridge, and my film school was in Redfern.
Yeah.
So every day I would take the train over the bridge, and I would look at this beautiful venue, it's just sitting right there, you know. And then my head starts to think, how many cities are known for their music venues? You know.
Well, we have the Sydney Opera House, so that's a music venue, but
I mean,
yeah.
besides Sydney, right? Not many. So that's a special thing I saw there. And then when I did some research, I found out that very few Asian musicians had recorded an album, a live album, in there. And I said,
So this is in the Opera House.
this is the concert hall.
Yeah, in the concert hall,
the
yeah.
big one. And I said, that's very interesting. So let me see if I can do
Be the
something
first,
there.
yeah.
You know, be the first, really. So I went in and I proposed a plan to their management. That look, I'm a nobody knows me, but I can do this. I can create an album and I can come in and record it, and I'll hire the concert hall for the day. So, and they thought it was pretty interesting for somebody like me, or from a diverse background, to be wanting to do mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
So they went along with it. Beautiful people. Some of the people that I worked with there, Louise Chapman was the person who helped me out. Incredible girl.
And we have the YouTube link for that video. It's online,
That's
and I'll
true.
put it as part of the article that this video will come with, so people can watch that.
That's
But
true.
what was it like performing in the Opera House?
It was incredible, you know, there was about 800 people who showed up eventually, because the Opera House promotes their gigs as well.
Yeah.
And we recorded it, and it was just incredible. The vibe in there was amazing. I was really nervous, but the minute I walked on that set, I was like home ground. You know, it was beautiful. So we recorded like maybe 15 songs. The songs were written in Sydney, and I had only like maybe 6 months to prepare the songs.
Yeah.
And I had to write the melodies for the girls to sing, and you know, it was just. Then I had also went out and found the players, and I made a documentary about it, where an Asian artist goes and does all this bit in Australia.
And
It's
that's on
called-
YouTube as well?
It's on YouTube. It's called Journey of a New Sound.
Okay.
It's very interesting. So we eventually recorded it, brought it home, went to the studio, listened to it, and then the Like the River song popped up because it was recorded so well. For some reason, there was something happening in there. So took that, mastered it, went to MGM, which is one of the biggest distributors in this hemisphere. The guy there, a beautiful person, said, "Come on in. What do you want?" I said, "I want to distribute this in Australia." And so he took it on. We did that. At that time, YouTube was coming up.
Was new, yeah.
You know, I was a YouTube partner back in the days.
Early
'Cause,
days.
You know, technology thing.
Yeah.
So I was a YouTube partner when they used to, I think, interview before doing the partnerships.
Yeah.
You know, it was-
Before there were YouTube partners, almost. you know,
Right,
yeah.
right. So I was like one of the very first partners in
Yeah.
Australia.
And one of the songs really resonated, which was Like a River.
Which was Like the
and
River.
it got 50 million views.
And I went to them. I said, "Look, let's promote this somehow.
Yeah.
This is my story." So it was a YouTube promoted view generation, because
Yeah.
I was really not known. And then it became a phenomenon in a sense where media started to come around. Because when it was number one, I didn't get any love from Australian media.
Yeah.
It was like very quiet.
But I mean, I've seen now you've got articles on Triple J on Earth, SBS. I mean, I've just typed your name into Google and there it is, talking about your history.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And recently I took down my Wikipedia page. I took down my Facebook pages and everything on Twitter, because I am technology, but I also do the other things as well. So that was part of that. But now we're coming back again with
You're
it.
going to put it back in.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look, I think sometimes it's good to clear the slate and start again.
Right.
So, look, what's your website? Where do we find your music today?
It's all over YouTube. It's all over
Spotify?
Some of it is on Spotify. 'Cause to get on Spotify is another step that you have to do.
Sure.
With YouTube, it's free. You just boom, you do
Yeah.
it, and YouTube is a friend. Those are business partners.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So the friend has all the materials. Can get them there. Yes, and my website mahmoodkhan.net.
Yeah. MAHMOODKHAN.net. Oh,
That's
it'll be in the story as well. And you're doing something with community television in Melbourne and Adelaide. Tell us about that.
Okay, so that concept was, it's been Opera Housing, and the number one had happened, and I got offered the Australian citizenship because of the number one record, which I gladly took because I love this country and I love everything that's going on here.
Yeah.
And I knew it would inspire me in writing songs as well. You know that the place inspires you. Kept writing. Had a baby, got married, and all of those things. Life happened, but I kept writing. I built a studio and I kept working, and then I stumbled upon some really good musicians in Miami, which is where one of my inspirations live. Barry Gibb, who
From the Bee Gees.
From the Bee Gees,
Yeah.
he inspired me as a songwriter, and I've known him personally as well a little bit. So his musical team, when they were in Sydney in 2006 or 5 or something during the concert, I was backstage because I got invited and I got to meet the band, and I said, look, maybe we'll do some band stuff.
Yeah.
But at that time that was a pretty impossible project because I would have to travel to Miami, or they would have to come to Sydney.
Sure.
But with the technology taking shape again, now what we're doing is Doug Emery, who's the musical director for Barry, is also working with me for producing the songs now. So what we do, we have a Skype conversation. I send him a demo. He sends it to all the players to record all their parts.
Yeah.
They send me back the files, and I go to the
You can
studio
put it all together.
Put it all together without anybody having to travel anywhere.
Yeah.
That's mine. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you what a trip that is. That's magic.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So that's like Harry Potter on steroids.
Yeah.
In the real sense of it.
So how does all that relate to the TV shows that you're doing?
So the TV show is about an immigrant. We come here, we do jobs, but we're not really meant to do creative jobs because there are no visas available for us to do creative jobs. Yes, you can drive the Uber. Yes, you can work in a restaurant. You can be a doctor. You can be an engineer because you have a degree. But anything creative, no, that's our job, right? So I felt that there was a huge gap, like a black hole, when it comes to immigrants trying to do artistic work in this country, and maybe it's time for that to change because I'm doing it and I'm surviving and doing it. So I looked at community radio and community
Television,
because that's where we go as a community and see how they might react to what I'm doing, and they loved it. The Channel 31 in Melbourne liked it. Adelaide liked it. Perth really liked it.
So has the TV show already aired, or it's coming?
Well, the videos have gone to them and they're running the videos. The music video for my new single called Go On, which we shot in Broken Hill, so I could connect with the deeper Australia a little bit.
Sure.
So that's on. And then I pitched them a musical and a food travel show, but food in the sense that I'm into healthy eating. So what would we create with only the healthy stuffs?
Yeah.
And
so this show is still in production. You're working on it too.
That's what
to
my
start
own
it soon.
recipes. So I have to sit down to the recipes, and so for example, we might go to a restaurant, and instead of having the chef make his dish that he serves, I want him to make my dish, and I'll bring the ingredients in, and he has no idea what he's doing, but he's doing as I say, and he's getting fascinated about it. So that's the cooking side of it, and then meeting people like you. As I traveled through Australia, we met and clicked at so many different levels. So that's very exciting to me because it's all about people, and then also recording songs. So one of the dream projects that I've been having deep in my heart was to record with a symphony orchestra, but record it my way.
Yeah.
The core of the idea was that I want an improvising symphony orchestra that works like a funk band.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with the funksters in Black America, LA.
Yeah.
So I'm into improvisation. I'm into never repeating the same thing ever again.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that. I took that knowledge to Pakistan.
Yeah.
And back in '99, and I got musicians there who are set in their ways. And I said, look, we are playing 3-4 chords, and everybody's improvising, and everything is different in the next every 16 bars or something different. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
So so it was awesome. They got with the program, and we recorded a few songs, and I toured with them, and that whole tour was sponsored by the French embassy.
Wow.
So the French
In
were
Pakistan.
In Pakistan. So the French were into improvising. It's funny, and they also sent me on a tour to France.
Wow.
To study and look at French
Incroyable.
music. And on the music day, I think June 28th, the big music day when everybody plays out in France.
Sure,
Okay.
unfortunately I'm not
So
familiar.
there is one day which
Yeah.
is everybody's playing. So they sent me to experience that.
Sure.
I also did a cooking with it because I wanted to do French cooking.
Yeah.
So
So you've had these sort of themes in the past, and I mean, having this upcoming show, which will air on the community networks, but also will air on YouTube, is culminating into something that's going to be a show soon. But just to sort of move on to the orchestra, I mean, you were telling me that you're working with the Willoughby Symphony Orchestra, and you're going to have Aboriginal Australians singing, and this is something that's happening on April the 16th, so just in a couple of weeks from when we're speaking, less than a couple of weeks. So just briefly tell me about this project, and is the footage that you're recording from this, is that going to be part of the TV show that's coming up?
It's going to be part of the TV show, and I wrote 3 songs just for this project. And one of the songs is called Jagamara.
Yeah.
And the song is about finding peace in your life. And it's based on the story of me meeting an Aboriginal man, my first friend in Australia. And he taught me about a few things. And I took that inspiration and wrote a song. And Jagamara is his name.
Right.
So the song is him. So, and I thought maybe I'll do the choruses in that name. So I got a female choir, Gambira mob.
So it's Aboriginal ladies who are singers, who are going to be singing.
So we got the Aboriginal singers, beautiful chants with the orchestra, and with me, who's from another part of the world. And the orchestra is very diverse. I heard that they got many different players from all over the world, like Australia is, you know.
Well, we're a melting pot of cultures, and
exactly.
like
So,
the US, a big mix.
yeah, even more so than the US.
Yeah,
I
even
feel,
more so,
because
even more
you
so.
guys travel, or Australians travel a bit more out of the country than the States. States people kind of stay in. But so that whole orchestra is recording. We're doing a live recording of it. We're taping it with multiple cameras. I'm directing the video as well as the audio. The songs are written by me as well. So it's a whole beautiful project that I'm in control of at many levels, and I love wearing all those hats. And it's incredible. It's a dream come true.
So that recording will be parts of it, or it'll be used on the TV show. But will you make that recording available on YouTube as well?
Right. I'm gonna put the songs together, make videos from them. I'm gonna put extra bits, that behind the scenes bits that would go into the TV program, plus the videos themselves, and then I'm gonna make maybe a series. It's called MK Travels. So this one is MK Travels Oz. So maybe I could take, for example, if tomorrow I go to Perth, and I take the same score to the symphony orchestra in Perth. And the thing is, they say to me, this is the thing, that why would you want to record the same score with 2 different orchestras?
Why not?
Why not? Plus, different cultures have a different way of playing, different feels. It could look the same in writing, but there's different feelings in their souls and in their hearts and in their fingers and in their throats. So I want to capture different cultures like that. And also incorporate their traditional players. For Australia, I'm doing the singers. And I'm doing the singers because it's the most valuable thing for me in music is among all the instruments.
Yeah, I mean, you sing as well as
The vocal
playing.
is the most. You know, everybody follows the vocals. You know,
Yeah,
they're the big part of the. They're the guiding light
Yep.
in the songs. So that's why the original choir, the throat is in there, and not the didgeridoo,
Yeah,
for example.
yeah. No, I understand. Well, and it's good to do something different. I mean, the didgeridoo might be something that people would expect.
Right.
So why do things people expect? Why not do the unexpected? You know?
Right, that's true.
And will the orchestra be doing any improvisation, or this one is more of a set down,
Well,
or a bit of both? I don't know. I mean, what's
my idea was that everybody sing. The
Yeah.
conductor sings, you know. So I wrote a chant,
Yeah.
which is the Jum jakamara jum jum jakamara jum jakamara jum jum jakamara jum jakamara jum jakamara. So if I ask you to sing that,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be able to follow it.
Sure. Well, that's easy. Yeah, you don't have to be a
That's
singer, and of
easy,
course,
right.
blended with 50 or something
Right,
voices.
so if everybody
Yeah.
sang, and in my experience, violin players are great singers, you know, so they could sing, you know, and we could create a
New
a
sound.
unity and a new sounding
Yeah.
sound, you know. So that's why.
So that is happening on April the 16th. When do you think the TV show will be ready to watch online and at the community channels?
Well, we're aiming for, I think, October.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
a lot of work that needs
Yeah, a lot
to
of
be
work,
done,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
You
TV
can't just do it
program is
overnight.
a whole different beast.
That's it.
It's not like doing videos and stuff. You need to have a plan, and you have a crew, and
Gotta
a
be properly
microphone,
produced, all
properly
of that,
produced.
yeah.
And you can't look like an idiot, you know. You can.
Yeah,
There's value
I mean,
in that.
theoretically, this is something that once the show's made, you could sell it to other networks around the world, if you wanted to.
It could be MK Travels Syria,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
MK Travels Dubai, or
Yeah.
MK Travels Prague.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how safe Syria is at the moment, but there's plenty of places around the world that you could easily go, and so you know,
Well, I think that name came out because they probably need more music.
they probably
than they
do.
need a place right
yeah,
now.
they need some. They need some
unity. Yeah.
That's absolutely. So we can see that you play the guitar and that you sing. Do you play any other instruments?
No, I don't even play the guitar. This is like
Okay.
guitar playing. Trust me.
Well, obviously you know a
This is
few
a
chords
gimmick.
and yeah, but mainly you sing as
Yeah.
well as being the director and
Well,
producer sort of thing.
the most prized thing is the writing, really.
Okay.
It's because you write it, and because I write it, and the easiest way for me to get it to the next form is to sing it.
Mhm.
And if I was to pay somebody to do it, it would cost forever and cost.
So you may as well do it yourself.
So might as well just do it yourself. So that's the whole singer-songwriter thing for me.
Sure.
I don't consider myself a great singer or a player, but I could be good at doing ideas, I think.
And are you putting the music together in GarageBand on a Mac, or what software are you using? I know you use both
great,
Windows
great.
and Mac. Yeah.
So I've always used the main one, which is Pro Tools.
Yep, Pro Tools.
But then somebody told me to learn Logic.
Mm-hmm.
So I migrated to Logic, and I've never looked back because it's so much easier, and it sounds a certain way. It sounds very clean, I think, and very edgy clean. And so all the stuff is Logic based, and I only use like 6 plugins.
Yep.
Out of people have thousands.
Yeah.
I just got like 6, and that's all I need. I don't want any more. And then I use a tube microphone, and there's a story about the tube microphone as well, because the sound of the tube microphone is what the tube is. So I went looking for a tube that sounds a certain way, and I found it in Germany. It's a 1949 tube or something,
Wow.
made in the original factory that used to make the microphones, and after the factory closed, they put all these capsules in boxes and put them away, and somebody found them and started selling them, and I found it. So that lives in my tube. So when I'm singing, I know I'm singing to a very old tube mic.
And what's the connector on the end? Is it, they call it XLR? Or what's the connector?
I think it's a pin, 10
It's got
pin or 12
okay,
pin.
and you've got some adapter that plugs it into the back
It's
of
a
your.
power supply.
Right.
It comes with a 9-volt power.
Okay.
Well, the microphone does.
Yeah.
The microphone I use is a very simple Rode, Australian-made
Sure, yeah.
microphone. But the tube
Right, I understand. Yeah.
is the drama there.
Yeah.
So that's that's pretty interesting for me to use. And then Logic is like I said, and very few plugins.
And that's on Windows or Mac?
A Mac.
For Mac. Mac, yeah, okay.
Yeah. As much Mac I lose is in the Mac. I lose everything in the Mac all the time.
Yeah.
Like my mind.
Yeah.
But I still love the sound that comes out of, and it's a friend more than a business partner.
Sure, sure. So I always like to finish on 3 questions, and the third last is always about the future. So, you know, where do you see music, art, filmmaking, and tech evolving over the next decade?
I don't know, with everything that's happening. I know that I want to become a better writer and more meaningful songs and better voice and more developed person, more developed human being. But the technology could do anything. I mean, I'm really interested in what the cars are doing and the autonomous driving and the braking and everything that's happening with the GPS and that technology. And also the artificial intelligence technology, making videos and doing everything, and the cameras.
Yeah.
And what you showed me earlier with creating the GIFs, that was pretty interesting.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, you'll have a holographic version of yourself singing with yourself, you know?
That's it.
You'll be jamming with yourself, with an AI version of yourself.
I might just let the hologram do all the work.
After you programmed it.
You know, and also I saw some technology that predicts as well. So it takes a picture and then it predicts what the picture might do, and it creates a video out of it. Have you?
No, I haven't. No. I mean, I was telling you about Huawei using AI to do Schubert's Unfinished Symphony. They finished it.
Right.
You know?
Right. You
and
did.
Well, amazing. You know, they actually had the London Symphony Orchestra play
incredible.
the final version. So that technology already exists, and it's only going to get better. So my second last question is a little bit about yourself, in the sense of, you know, what's the best piece of advice that you've ever received in life to help you get where you are today?
Wow. So could be one that an old friend of mine who taught me some piano. He just said, just stay true to yourself, and just know who you are, where you at, and that's all you need to kind of. But over the years, I've also stumbled upon the power of belief, to know that it's in your heart and you'll be able to do it. And no matter what circumstances might throw at you, they are just there to kind of test you and to get the cream rise to the top.
It's not a problem, it's an opportunity.
It's never a problem. It's never a problem. Because it's all fluid and we don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on.
Sure.
Nobody knows when somebody's going to be born, and nobody knows when somebody's going to be gone. So we don't really know shit.
Yeah.
But in that, just being humble to that, you know, that we don't really know anything. We're just having fun.
So what's your final message to viewers and to readers and to your current and future fans and collaborators?
Well, I really value people who listen to my music. I really do, because I know those people have a similar sets of values that I do. So that's very important to me. And I want to grow that. I want to become a better human being. And that's about it.
Well, Mahmood Khan, thank you very much for your time. I wish you the best of success with the upcoming symphony orchestra performance and the television show and your global travel. So thank you, and talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much.